students will explore the principle of instruction primarily. Specifically, at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to relate Merrill's principle of instruction to the teaching learning process and plan a lesson using Merrill's principles of instruction. So, do you have any idea who is David Merrill? This is David Merrill. David Merrill is an American educational researcher and instructional designer. He is known for developing the first principle of instruction in year 2002. He also focused on how people learn best, and his work helps teachers or trainers create effective and engaging learning experiences. David Merrill created the principle of instruction to help teachers make learning more effective. He explained that students learn best when work and real-life tasks, see examples, practice the skills, use what they learn in real life, and connect new lessons to what they already know. In short, Merrill's principle of instruction states that learning is more effective when it is practical and active. Students should learn by doing real-life tasks, connect new lessons to what they already know, see and understand examples, get the chance to practice new skills, and finally, be able to use what they learn in real life. Through this, the students can easily understand and make a possible solution in every situation they might encounter. If the students learn by experiences, they tend to grasp concepts more effectively and retain information better. The principle of instruction by David Merrill is a popular guide in teaching and learning. It says that people learn best when lessons are connected to real-life problems and students are actively involved. These principles show that good teaching should connect to what students already know, show new skills, learning, and help them use what they learn in practical ways. The principle of instruction by David Merrill is a guide to show how people learn better. His principle tells us that good teaching should connect to what we already know, and it can help us to use them in our real life. And also, this framework promotes deep understanding, skill development, and knowledge transfer. Overall, this instruction provides a valuable framework for educators to decide learning experiences.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Before we continue to our discussion, let's have our 5 minutes activity first in order for you to be guided and to have an idea about our discussion for today.
So we have 5 principles and corresponding conditions of learning are given as follows. So number 1, learning is promoted when students are engaged in solving real-world problems. So it means that students learn better when the lesson or tasks are connected in a real-world situation. Instead of memorizing theories, learners are encouraged to apply knowledge and solve authentic problems. So for example, in math, solving budgeting or shopping problems instead only abstract situations. Another example in science, testing water quality in community instead of just reading about pollution. So why it works? Real-world tasks make learning meaningful, practical, and easier to understand because students see focus on what they are learning. So the conclusion from this principle is students are engaged in solving actual problems. They are shown tasks they will be able to do. They work step by step, and they focus on the problem or task level, not just surface memorization. For number 2, learning is promoted when existing knowledge and skill are activated as a foundation for new knowledge and skill. So this means students learn new things more effectively when they connect them to what they already know. Teachers should encourage learners to recall, relate, and apply their past experiences before introducing new lessons. So for example, before teaching algebra, a teacher will use basic multiplication and addition. And another example, before teaching writing essay, students recall grammar and sentence instructions rules. So why it works? Prior knowledge acts as a bridge to new learning. It makes the lesson easier to understand because it feels familiar and connected. So the conditions for this principle is teacher activate relevant previous experiences, learners recall and apply prior knowledge, students are provide experiences that support the new topic, and learners demonstrate their previously acquired knowledge and skills.
So the principle 3, learning is promoted when new knowledge is demonstrated to the learner. Meaning to say, learning is better when someone shows us how to do it. An example is a teacher explains a math problem by solving one example first. Another thing is if you want to learn how to cook an egg, it's easier if there's someone showing you or demonstrating you the steps on how to do it rather than just giving you the recipe or the instruction. Because it's easier to learn when we see how it's done. So for the principle 4, learning is promoted when the learner applies new knowledge. So the principle 4 is still interconnected with the principle 3 because here it is the application of the knowledge that we have gained. For an example of this is also related to the example that I had given in the principle 3 when the math teacher explains a math problem by solving one example first. After the teacher solves a math problem, you yourself practice solving a similar one. And another thing about an egg, after watching someone cook an egg, you also try doing it or cooking it. Because the main point in principle 4, we learn best by doing, not just by watching. So for the last principle, learning is promoted when new knowledge is integrated into the learner's world. Meaning to say, learning is more meaningful when we use it in our own lives. An example of this is, after learning persuasive writing, we can use it, or you can use it, to promote a campaign about reducing waste in your community. And the main point here is that we truly learn when we apply the knowledge that we have gained in our real world situation, in our real world problems, or in our lives. So I'm going to talk about Merritt's Principles of Instruction framework. So this is what the framework looks like. So we have the task center, meaning Merritt's Principles of Instruction is focused on solving real-life problems that we encounter every day. It is when you use the facts and information that you have acquired in challenges that you might actually face. So it is comprises of activation, demonstration, application, and integration. First, let's talk about application. Learning is promoted when learners activate relevant previous knowledge. It means connecting knowledge that you already know to the new knowledge or new information that you have acquired. An example of this is when a teacher starts a lesson about plants by asking the students what they